there, fellow hungry travelers. Mark here with Wolters World, and today we're in Munich, Germany, and today we're going to talk about what you should eat when you come here to Munich, because there are so many fantastic Bavarian and Munich treats, German treats you're going to want to have when you're here, and I want to make sure you get the best of the best. Now, I can't talk about everything, but I'm going to give you some of my favorites, and we're going to start off with my favorite food in Germany, Schweinshaxe. You know, the thing that looks like when you play a video game that gives you 100% health. Yeah, the pork knuckle. Oh my God, it's so good. And you actually see places where it's roasting as it's going around and the skin gets all crispy with the fat drippings. Oh my God, it is so good. And then they have it with like this kind of like beer sauce, beer gravy. You might have some kraut with it and stuff, but oh my gosh, you can't go wrong with Haxe. Haxe is fantastic. Another super popular thing here in Munich is Munich Weisswurst, the white sausages. Now, the white sausages, when you order them, they're not cooked on a grill. They literally bring it out to you in a porcelain bowl with a lid with the hot water in it that's been cooking in. You take them out and you eat them up, and they're fantastic with the sweet mustard. Now, you can do it the Munich way and just eat the insides, but don't worry, if you eat the case, it's okay. You're a tourist, it's fine, but that is one thing that's quintessential you gotta have when you're in Munich. And the thing is, if I'm talking about the white sausages and the sweet mustard, probably it's gonna be along with that is a pretzel, or Bretzen, and you will see pretzels when you are here. And the thing is, you go to the beer halls, there might be people walking around selling you a pretzel so you can get it on your own. You're walking on the street on a hot summer's day and you want to grab a snack, there's going to be pretzels there too, and they're so nice because it's not those tiny little pretzel or pretzel sticks. Oh no, we're talking a big fluffy pretzel. You can't go wrong. And yes, it's okay if you dip it in the mustard as well. Now, if you're looking for something a little more fortifying, I know my dad, he liked this today. It's called Klüstel. And Klüstel, what it is, it's like roasted potatoes and chunks of pork and egg together. And it's really like Bauernfrühstück a bit, like if I think about it, when I think about my time living in Berlin. But it is really a very fortifying dish you do have down here. And you'll see in other parts as well, but it is good. But I will tell you this. If you just want to get a snack, something that's really Munich snack, you want to have with your pretzel bread, it's called Obazda. And Obazda is basically German, well, let's say Bavarian pimento cheese, okay? It's with brie or camembert. They mix it together and it's got the spices in it, and you smear it on your bread, or you might dip your pretzel in it. Like, you see it, you're going, I don't know if I want some weird German cheese spread. Oh, no. It's amazing. Like, you need to have it. Though I will tell you, you will not be kissed by anyone for at least another 2 or 3 hours after you eat it, because it does have a little bit of a punch with your throat. Now, another München specialty is a Munich Schnitzel. So you've heard of Wiener Schnitzel, Viennese-style cutlet, which is like veal smashed and then breaded and fried. Well, here, the Munich version is different. It's actually done with pork usually, and they smash it down, and then before they bread it and fry it, they kind of put sweet mustard and horseradish on it, and then bread it, and then fry it. Yeah, get that with some potato salad. You can't go wrong. Now, one of the best parts of coming to Munich is you get so many really great German specialties that they do really well. And one of the things Germans do great are their Beilage, their side dishes. And one thing you want to have is Spätzle. That is the noodles here, but you can get the noodles or you can get Käsespätzle, so cheese noodles, usually with some onions in there too. Oh, you can't go wrong with that. But let's be honest, we're in Germany. They love their dumplings, their Knödel. And the thing is, when you come here, you might see potato dumplings. You might see bread dumplings, there's all kinds of different ones out there. And the thing is, it might be in a soup, like you might have Leberkase, liver dumplings in a beef broth. Oh, so good for a soup. But those dumplings can be a side dish, or they can be with your soup or something. So good. But my favorite is the Semmelknödel, which is the bread dumpling. But there's actually another dumpling I'm going to talk about later when we talk about desserts, which is even better. But you don't get that everywhere, all right? So another side dish you're going to see all the time is some variation of cabbage. Yes, you will see sauerkraut, the sour cabbage ripped up, and you'll see that there. You'll see Rotkohl or Blaukohl, red cabbage or blue cabbage, which is a bit sweeter. That's what I really like. And you can actually get that if you get the Händel. The Händel is duck. And I will tell you, you can get duck here. I don't see it everywhere, but you get it, because it'll come with the red cabbage and one of the dumplings. So it's like 3 fantastic treats in one. You can't go wrong. Now, the thing is, when you come here to Munich, I got to tell you, pork is the prince here, okay? Because pork happens all the time. And Schweinbraten, roasted pork, you cannot go wrong with that. That's really good. My mom had that for lunch today, and I'm like, oh, I'll just sneak a little bit of that. Thank you very much. And that'll usually come with, you know, a knödel, you know, a dumpling and sauerkraut. The thing is, when you go around, there's also tons of other sausages you can have when you're here. It's kind of like a street eat, but I think a street eat or something a simple to-go snack to have when you're walking around is Leberkase, which direct translation means liver cheese, which is funny because in Bavaria, there's no liver in it, and there's definitely no cheese in it. It's basically German meatloaf, and you can have it cold or hot. They'll cut it about like this thick, think of a slice, and put it in a bun for you or a roll, and you'll have that. That's kind of like an easy go-to snack when you're walking around. Honestly, I've been walking around all day today. I've seen plenty of guys walking around just having themselves some Leberkase. So you remember those dumplings I was talking about? Yeah, there's a couple more of those that pop up. You've got the Dampfnudeln and the Gemknödel. And these two dumplings are fantastic. And I got to tell you, the Gemknödel, this one, it's moist, let's say, but inside is filled with plum jam. And they put vanilla sauce on top of it, and then morun, the little seeds on there as well. Oh, it's so good. It's a calorie bomb, don't get me wrong, but it's really, really good. And then you have the Dampfnudeln, or I like to call it the Dampfnudeln, but there's different names for it. But basically what this one is, it's kind of like, imagine a dinner roll dumpling that's kind of damp. I mean, that's why it's damp. But then they put the vanilla sauce on top. Basically, it's in a pool of vanilla sauce and covered with it. And then they pour cherries on top. Oh, cherry sauce. That is so good. A definite must. But I think one of the ones you really want to try, and this is one I'm going to butcher the name, the Apfelkuchen. Basically what it is, it's apple rings, and they batter them and fry them, and they are super good. You usually get like 3 or some, and they put cinnamon sugar on it. But do be careful, because that first bite, when they take them out, when they just fry them, because remember, apples have a lot of water in them, burns your mouth. So do be careful about that one, okay? And the thing is, there's so many desserts when you're here. There's the Prince Regent cake you can get, which is like 8 layers of cookie and chocolate icing. The Apfelstrudel, you can never go wrong with strudel, which is basically, you know, some kind of fruit filling or some filling in there, then it's wrapped around with dough and baked. That's fantastic. So you're going to eat really well when you are here in Munich. That's not a problem, but I will give you some advice. One, if you're going to be here on the weekends, make sure you make reservations, because so many tourists come here, so many people come here, and Germans love eating out with their friends and family on the weekend that they do book out, so you might not have a place to sit or a place to eat. So, I mean, don't get me wrong, you can always have your Leberkäse, but wouldn't you rather have the Schweinshaxe? Of course. Also, I want to tell you, if you're in the beer halls, don't think that you have the whole seat to yourself, or in the beer garden, that whole table is just yours. No, they're going to have multiple people sitting at that table, so do be prepared to get to know people. And you didn't think I wouldn't talk about the beer with those beer halls, did you? Of course not, because that is actually definitely part of the eats of coming to Munich, is the beer. And there's 6 major breweries, but there's tons of other breweries when you're around, so definitely go check out a brewery when you're here. A lot of them will have restaurants in it as well, so you can eat and drink, and you can get the Weizen, the wheat beer. That's what I really love. Or maybe you want a Helles, like a light beer, or Dunkles, a dark beer, which is more robust. I mean, there's a lot of different beers you can have when you're here, so I'm not going to be worried about that. And the thing is, you can go to the Hofbrauhaus, which is a touristy place, which is still fun, but you get great beers and great fun anywhere around here. And also, since this is Germany, and even though these are some of the nicest people in Germany, I will tell you this when it comes to service. Don't expect over-the-top service, but don't be surprised if you're trying to get their attention, because it's very important that you order when you first get the opportunity. So when you order your drinks, order the drink, the appetizer, and the dinner at the same time, so you're not waiting for them to come back, because sometimes that can take a bit longer. Anyway, I hope this helps you know what to expect. We've got all kinds of great food videos to help you out. We got videos on the don'ts of going to beer gardens, all kinds of things to help you here in Munich. So I do wish you all the best. I say Guten Appetit, which is Bon Appetit in German, when you do come here. Or Mahlzeit, time to eat. Tschüss from here in Munich.